Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my Level Up friends. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Last week, we spoke about creating new business and what that does for your success. Personal activity and new business, it's the best. It creates everything. It cures everything. My friends, be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for every single dollar you currently earn. Be grateful for every customer you have and every team member you have, but get really excited about the future. Your current team will show up bigger when you're on that field, playing to win, coaching to win, casting the vision, hair on fire, leading the pack, vibrating with energy, having really big conversations and creating activity to invite them to what you're doing versus becoming like following your team, right? So remember, the fish dies at the head and teams win with leadership. You are leading your ship. So the personal activity is about getting in the driver's seat. You know what to do. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about abundant thinking versus scarcity thinking. I love this topic so much. I love it so much because we could go through the do's, the lists, the following systems, all of the things. But if our underlining belief is scarcity, nothing's going to work. So we have spoken on several podcasts about the power of our thinking. Like it's everything. In the words of Gandhi, your beliefs become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. Like that's how powerful thinking is. So let's talk about abundance versus scarcity. And this topic is so important in your business. It's so important in your life. See, my beliefs right now and always, they're through the roof. I have such an incredible vision for my life, for my business, for my success, for my family, for my future. We're living right now in really interesting times. But if you look back through history when it comes to success, right? The most amount of millionaires come out of a recession. So I don't think we are officially in a recession, but people use that term all the time. So whatever you do in life, professionally, this is the time to think really big, believe more, focus on abundance, and truly level up. So look around you. Like I want you to look around you. And it might not be the immediate people around you, but look around because people are succeeding. People are killing it. Businesses are exploding. People are growing and promoting. Some wonder why. There are so many reasons that play into it. So first of all, it's about taking action, right? It's work ethic. But in addition to all of those things, it's so much about the way we think, what we believe we can do, goals we believe we can accomplish. What you think about, you bring about into your life. The perfect podcast topic is abundance versus scarcity. Abundant thinking has the potential to change your life. Like that in and of itself is so powerful. Maybe you've just begun your journey to success, or maybe you've been on your journey for decades. Today can be the first day that you are building towards the next level of your success with abundance. And some of you might be thinking, hello, I'm already building with abundance. Maybe you are. But here's the thing. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you think you are, but you've got some dead stuff living under your porch. That's like, it's festering in there and you don't even know it. So what type of business are you in? What do you do for a living? I am an entrepreneur, right? Your business has the ability to provide so much abundance in your life. Like I want you to look at whatever you do. And honestly, what you do might not be your ideal future. And that's something that you need to work out, right? But when I think of like what I do for a living, like really think about what you do. It has it has the ability to provide so much abundance in your life, whether that be more time, more money, more confidence. And if you're in something that doesn't provide those things, you might want to revisit, because you know what? We've got one life and no dress rehearsal, and you want to be doing something like figure out what lights your soul on fire and then monetize it. Do it. Find a profession that fills all those things. Ask yourself, are you truly driving your business on the path of abundance or scarcity? And that's a really important question to spend some time on, because we're here to level up. Your business has the potential to pull you towards abundance, right? Or it can cause you to have even more scarcity in your life. And that happens when we're not building our abundance, building our mindset, focusing on what we think about, right? Or we could be letting our faith be driving our future, or our fears be driving our future. And that all starts with that abundant mindset. So let's talk about what I mean about abundance in business. Abundance is the quality of life that is full of life. It's full of love. It's full of energy, fulfillment, joy, money, achievement, health, freedom, travel, and you could keep going. All the positive things that we all want, right? That probably sounds like what you're looking for out of your business. And again, you could be saying like, no, but that's when you might want to reevaluate what you do professionally. So what is scarcity? It's what prevents you from accessing and grabbing a hold of all that abundance that you want in your life. Scarcity is a quality of life that results in a belief that abundance either isn't there, or it's not enough, or it's hard to get, or there's a shortage. There's just not enough in supply. And some of you might have grown up with this scarcity way of thinking. You might have been hearing for decades, there's not enough. We don't have enough. We'll never have enough. We'll never have enough money. We won't be successful. Some begin their journey to success to escape that thinking. Like I'm going to level up. I'm going to make my life better. I'm going to be better than the last generation. And that's ideally the goal. Some begin to leave that scarcity rat race of whether it was their friends, their family, whatever they were doing professionally. But then they do something new, or they get on this journey to level up, and they realize that they're still, why am I still in that scarcity place? First of all, everything's about personal growth and discovery. You know, the grass might seem greener in another profession, in another company, but remember, the grass is not always greener. And if it is, maybe there's a septic tank under it. So you bring yourself with you. So if you're not doing the work, if you're not changing the mindset, then those old beliefs are going to creep back up. So maybe whatever you're doing now doesn't feel any different. And then you end up not accomplishing anything, right? And I'm betting you that if you got into a business, you wanted to create abundance in your life. And now you're thinking, why am I not getting those things out of my professional life? And the reality is, unless you identify this, unless you recognize this thinking, because there's thinking behind our actions, it's a thinking behind our beliefs, and change this thinking, you're going to be spinning your wheels, and you're not going to be growing your business. You're not going to be leveling up, and you're not going to be achieving the success that you desire and deserve in this life. So I'm going to give you something important. Okay. Abundance is to experience today, not in the future, like today. And that comes from gratitude, like being grateful. It's not when you make enough. That's not when you're going to experience abundance. It's not when your team is big enough. It's not when you got promoted. It's not when you're going to make a new friend or when you find that better relationship. Abundance begins today. Abundance is a feeling that you create and you experience right now through your mindset, your feeling, the decision you're making that I am living a full, joy, abundant life. It's not about the abundance that's coming in the future. You have the power to create it right now. Abundant thinking is an attitude and focus on all that we do have and all that we are creating. It allows us to see possibility rather than limits. It's like when you're living in that abundant world, you know so much is coming. You are limitless. You have no boundaries. Like you can soar like an eagle. Abundance shifts our perspectives. We look at everything different. We look at obstacles different. We look at life different. We look at our business different because we're looking through eyes of abundance and faith and bigness versus smallness. So how do you create abundance today? Think of patterns that you tend to fall into, and these thoughts prevent you from having what you want. We have to learn to mind our mind, channel that abundance into our thinking. Okay. So symptoms of scarcity thinking, the words, right? Not enough. The words of not enough are the foundation of scarcity thinking. They are at the core of every single scarcity thought you have. It's your belief that there isn't enough, right? Not enough time, not enough money, not enough people, blah, blah, blah. As a result, you act and take action from scarcity versus abundance. Like maybe you're like holding on to the business that you have now so tight that you're not even making room for all of the business and the sales and the people and the success that's waiting for you to release and surrender and focus on abundance. So as a result, when you're doing this, you're getting more scarcity into your life and into your success. So here are some examples. I don't have enough time. I'm not making enough money. I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. I'm not in good enough shape. I don't talk to enough people. My belief is not big enough. I'm not in enough activity. Blah, blah, blah. So here's an example. There is a business, right? Whatever business you're in, I know that we have a yearly convention. Maybe I'm assuming whatever people do, you have some sort of a yearly convention. You can attend on your own dime, right? Because for me, I'm a business owner. You might be. So if you do something, I'm just giving an example that you would attend a conference. Okay. And this conference is going to expand your vision. It's going to expand your belief and your skills. So somebody might think this is scarcity thinking. Well, my team is not big enough. I don't make enough. We have to go first. You have to go first. You get to make that decision, right? But again, I just want to challenge you to think abundantly. If you had 100 people, 1,000 people, 200 people on your team, would you even consider not going to an event? And so this type of scarcity thinking leads you to scarcity results. And that goes back to an example that we've given many times, be, do, have. Right? So some people might say, well, like when I have the team, I'll go to that event. When I'm making more money, I'll fly to that thing. Well, we need to be that abundant thinking. Like I'm going to be that. And then I'm going to do the work. And then I'm going to have that. I'm going to create that. So that type of scarcity leads to scarcity results. Retrain your focus because whatever you focus on will grow. If your mind and the words out of your mouth are constantly saying not enough, what do you think you're going to get more of? Not enough. We can completely be different if we train our thoughts. And so we're going to do an exercise right now. I know a lot of you guys listen to me when you're running or when you're driving, but if you have a pen and a paper, write this down. But if you don't, just think of it in your mind. Okay. So I'm going to say letters to you and you're going to write them down. So write them down, all capital letters. Okay. And just write them down. And some of you might have heard this before. First is I, the letter I, M, the letter M, P, O, S, S, I, B, L, E. So now look at those words and read it out loud really fast. Some of you read I'm possible and some of you read impossible. It's the same thing. It's the same spelling. It comes down to what you focus on. I'm possible. That's empowering. That's abundant thinking. Impossible is scarcity thinking. It's not empowering. So let's talk about the world right now, right? In success, some people are really killing it. They're succeeding, they're thriving, and some aren't. Others focus on lack, excuses, the world, fear, the results of others. So here is another example. Okay. So whatever title it is in your company, your job, whatever you do for a profession, if it's something that especially has ranks where you have the ability to move up, when somebody asks you what your title is, do you ever find yourself saying, I'm just A? And then whatever that title is, I'm just A. Like, in other words, you're not saying it with like pride. What you're saying is it's just not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not where I should be. I'm not where I think I should be. So you're answering with, I'm just. And I want to challenge you. Don't think like that. I didn't think like that when I first started my business. I was so proud to promote to the first management level. Like I was at the first management level. When I started building my business, we did everything primarily through email. Like I changed my email. I put that new title in. I emailed every single person I knew. I felt so much pride. Same title, right? Somebody could say, I am just versus the way I felt. What was the difference? The energy behind it, the thinking behind it. I never thought that it wasn't enough. I was like, I am one step closer to where I expect to be in my business and in my success. I never thought that wasn't enough. Do you believe there is plenty of money to be made in whatever it is you do for a living or whatever you desire to do? Do you believe you have what it takes to grow to the next management level? This is where your abundant or scarcity mindset will show up. Abundance is feeling that you are worthy of making the money, knowing you are expanding into the next version of you. Scarcity is focusing on not making enough, not being enough. And even if you go through all of the motions, your mindset is going to bring you back to your thinking. Scarcity thinking attracts negative results. That's why, and I mentioned at the beginning, that some feel like they're doing the do. They're moving forward, but they're not getting anywhere. They're spinning their wheels. And it's our mindset behind the actions. So a great way to retrain your focus, get a journal, get a notebook, start an abundance notebook, write down in it every morning, every night, at least 10 things I am so grateful for every night before you go to bed. First thing when you wake up in the morning, and they could be from all areas of your life, from your business to your success, to your family, to your friends, to your finances, and then in your abundance journal, part of your homework, like really write things down, like praise yourself, congratulate yourself, affirming life over yourself. Stop beating yourself up with your thoughts and your words and the negativity it's so easy for it to creep in, right? Another thing that we're going to do to get out of scarcity habit is we're going to get rid of the all or nothing patterns. All or nothing. And I want you guys to realize that when I say these things, like I'm preaching not only to you, but we all fall into this, right? I want to reach out. So here's something that you might be thinking, like, I want to reach out to this person. They're so successful. I want to share what I do with them, but I'm going to wait till I'm more successful, till I'm not just right? Put in your management title, and making more money, right? Or I want to reach out to this person and call them, but I don't have enough time. So I'm going to call them when I have more time, right? I want to reach out to 20 new people today, but I just don't have time. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow. So it's like all or nothing. I either do all or I do none, right? I'm not going to talk to people about, what I do yet. I'm not going to share it yet because I need to know so much more. I need to know everything. When I know more, I'm going to share, my vision and my passion. I really want to grow in the next month, this month, but I don't have enough time. So I'm just going to wait till next month. All or nothing. There's an incentive put out and I've never hit that number before. So I'm going to go for it when I'm stronger. Like, I'm just not strong enough to go for that yet. All or nothing. Think about leveling up as a journey. In order to get from where you are to where you are going, it's so much more than a big leap. It's a million small steps to each leap. And this shows up in other areas of our life. I want to eat healthy. But there's like for us, I know I record in advance, so it's like Labor Day weekend. There's too many birthdays. It's Labor Day weekend. It's a holiday weekend. So I'm just going to do it next month. All or nothing. I already ate so unhealthy all week. So I might as well just keep going, pile the cookies on my dish, because it's just not worth eating healthy today. All or nothing. I don't have enough time for a full workout. So I'm just going to skip today. I'm just going to do nothing. I'm not going to move my body at all. All or nothing. I don't have time to read for 30 minutes. We should be ideally reading 30 minutes a day of personal growth. I don't have 30 minutes, so I'm just going to skip today. All or nothing. All or nothing is just another example of not enough thinking. All or nothing is not enough. So what ends up happening is we do nothing. We think we have to do it perfectly or not at all. Instead of all or nothing, learn how to do something every single day, whether that's for your health, whether that's for your success, whether that's for your mindset, whatever it is. Because if you do that one thing every single day, think of where you're going to be a year from now, right? And then write all those wins down in the journal that we were talking about. Also, all of those things, they're creating the compound effect. You are investing in your business. You are leveling up. Instead of all or nothing, focus on doing something for your health every day. And that could be walking. It could be running. It could be sit-ups. It could be yoga. You decide. But at the end of the year, if you do something every day, there's 365 days in everybody's year. When we think scarcity, we hold on so tight to everything we have. We focus on lack. We stay small. Let's say like we all had $1. I heard somebody give this example. Okay. Let's say you have $1 and you have nothing left. That's all you have to your name. And so what if I asked you for that dollar? Give me that dollar. What would you do? Like you would hold on to that dollar with everything you have. You wouldn't let it go because it's all that you had. But now what if I told you, if you give me that dollar, you're going to walk out of here and you're going to have $20,000. You're going to hand me that dollar. Why? It's the energy behind it. It's the energy behind it, like the knowing that $20,000 is coming. That's the difference. It's an abundant mindset versus scarcity mindset. And you could use that same scenario. Let's say you have like two people on your team, and you're so afraid to lose those two people. Or it could be in a relationship. You're in a relationship with somebody and they really maybe they don't treat you the way you deserve to be treated, but you're so scared that there's not enough. There's nobody good out there. There's no good men. There's no good women, whatever it is. So you're holding on to the relationship. Release it. Release it. Believe in abundance. Believe there's so much waiting for you. Knowing that everything you give comes back to you multiplied. When we believe there is always plenty, when we believe we will always have what we need, we're never going to lack. And when you understand this, when you're able to comprehend the mindset of abundance is the more you give, the more that comes back to you. You can't give too much. You can't outgive God. The energy behind giving, that's the abundance. When you give to your team, when you give to your friends, when you give to your company, when you give your time, when you give your love, you can't get it back enough. It'll be multiplied when you're thinking in abundance. There's a meme. Okay. There's a meme and you could probably Google it and it's Jesus on one knee meme. Okay. So there's a meme and it's a picture of Jesus on one knee with a large teddy bear hidden behind his back. And he's holding his hands out. The bear's like tied behind his back and he's holding his hands out to a young girl who's holding a small teddy bear like in front of her. Okay. And above Jesus's head, it says, trust me. And as she's holding the small bear tight and above the young girl's head, it says, but I love God. And people could see all different things when they see this. Okay. But this is what I see when I look at this meme. Trust the process. Know the universe and God have your back. Believe in abundance. Know there is bigger and better waiting for you. Don't hold on to the small so tight that you lose sight of what is coming. It's not about the bear. It's about trusting, believing, building an abundant mindset, being generous, expanding, embracing the future with bright eyes filled with belief. Are you ready to give up what is holding you back? Are you ready to give up what you need? Are you ready to give up what you need to give up so you can receive all of the abundance that is waiting for you in your life and in your business? When you do that, never again will you allow a thought of scarcity to enter in your mind. So my friends, let's build our life. Let's build our business with an abundant mind. We have lives to change. So next week, we're going to explore a little bit more on this and we're going to talk about ways to develop abundance thinking. Love you, friends. My incredible Level Up friends, this podcast is brought to you by Upstarter Podcast Network, and all of our shows revolve around positivity, mindset, entrepreneurship, health, and wellness. And if you are looking for more content like that, check out upstarterpods.com and listen to the others in our podcast family.